What's going on, guys? It's Zach or Rated Designs or whatever you want to call me. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and I feel like it's the right time. Um, so, for all you guys who were on Twitter and saw my post about some of the little hinting of stuff like that, I'm not going to be hinting you guys you know, like like with little like images of countdowns and stuff. It won't be like that. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little bit in this video of what's going on. It's just a raw, uncut me talking into the mic, no editing of what's been going on with my life, why I took a step back, and why I'm kind of coming back, and what the plan is. Um, So start out, I took a step back for a couple reasons. First one being is I got into a private design school that I applied for. I lost a year of school, which it was totally worth it looking back on it, but it was the best experience I've ever had. And unfortunately, YouTube had to take the back burner, and or the back seat, whatever you want to call it. And it sucks, but I needed to put all my focus into school. I wanted to get that degree in graphic design, and that really mattered to me. So I needed to make sure I did everything I possibly could to be the best designer and grow into the best designer I possibly could be. Now, another reason was really kind of just stepping away, and I started to fall in love with design that wasn't found much on YouTube and um, the world of esports and COD and stuff like that. I started liking design of restaurants, of menus, of books, of catalogs, of there's just so many different types of applications of packaging of designing of products, and just working in so many different mediums, and working with production, and being really into like old 70s offset printing, and posters, and old typography, and how they used to do offsets, and how they used to do little ink printing. And it just, I got really nerdy with that type of stuff, and I love it. And I just felt like there was not a big portion and opportunity for me on here. Now, obviously, I'm sure I'm wrong, but at that time, I felt like it was necessary to take a step back, because I would not have fell in love with all the design that I love now. Um, and lastly, I started to just not connect with the community much anymore. Um, it was very, and I don't know if that it is like this anymore. It was just very much a, this is the best designer. No one argues. He's best. He's the best. She's the best. And I didn't necessarily agree or disagree with any of it. I just felt like it was very much like a conversation of like who's the best basketball player, or who's the best baseball player of all time, and it's just very subjective, and not saying that none of those people or any of those people aren't good designers, because they're fantastic designers. I just feel like every person who has the tools of Adobe Creative Suite, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects, Dreamweaver, Lightroom, whatever it has to be, have the tools to be great and put out a great design. And I truly believe that. And I just didn't like that I was even being thrown in as one of the best, and it made me not feel like we were on the right track, and I didn't necessarily disagree or agree with people. I just felt like a lot of the connections that I made early on in this community just were kind of going away. In a way of in the fact of I just wasn't interested in a lot of the design, and I wanted to not um, be part of it and just step away, and that's really simple, and it was the greatest thing I've ever done, but that being said, over the past 3 years of however long I think, whenever the last or upload was, I just I didn't feel. I mean, I obviously tried to upload and tried to get into it. I just didn't feel like I was giving you guys my all, and that's not fair. My whole channel has been produced on good content and stuff that I can really help people learn and you know bring people together. And I just felt like I would have been giving you guys just bad content. And that's just not who I am, and it's not fair for you guys and gals out there. So there's that. So you know, fast forwarding to now going through girlfriends, exes, uh, bands, music, school, graduating, jobs, all these different types of things. Being in the industry has happened, you know, and I finally got to a point where I was just sitting down playing my guitar, and for anyone who doesn't know, I've been playing for 13 plus years. I don't know, 13, 14 years. In and out of bands, huge metal fan. That's just what that and design are like my passions. It's just what I love. And remember I was just playing, and something came to me saying, I kind of miss, my friends. I miss, Nick, or I miss Big E. I miss, Joey, which is Ferox, for people I don't know. Evan Ecker, just, I'm sure I'm missing, many, but, I was like, just thinking to myself, it just, there's got to be a way that I can bring my best self, which is who I am now, back to this in a great manner to help other people and to help you guys learn again and reinvigorate this, this movement that we all kind of had for a while. And I brainstormed, and I don't know, just something interesting about creatives, is in just like you guys and many other people, is you just get that vision in your head, and it's either you attack it right there, you open up a document, you open up something, you open up on your phone to like write a note down, you write it on paper, something, you just got to get it out. So I thought to myself, how do I bring back something into this community and this YouTube world that is innovative and something that I can do that's just different and that means more to everybody else, and to where I can connect more with people and give you guys more information on design and more stuff to help and talk and give narratives and learn and understand the differences between certain people, and whether they're positive or negative or whatever they may be, just different workflows, different things. And I was like, I was flirting with the idea of a podcast and saying, that's the way that you go now. And I think that's a great idea, and I think that's something that I'm gonna be pursuing, that will be something weekly on this channel. But that's not the only thing I really wanted to do. I felt like there was a lack on my channel, especially my channel, of connecting artists and connecting designers and to the other world. And it's not for exposure; it's just for personalities. I mean, anyone who's met some of these older OG quote unquote designers from the Call of Duty, our little community that we were from, we every single one of them has unbelievable personalities, and they're just hilarious, and there's so many, there's parts to each one of them that just they're interesting, and it's something that I think would be just great to be featured on this channel, and I want to bring the community to this channel. So obviously we're going to be continuing tutorials. That's the one thing I kind of want to explain, is that tutorials are never going to go away. It's something that is very important to me. and it's very important to my subscribers because you want to learn something. Now, that being said, is that there also, I would like to start doing more of the psychology of design and the backbone of what it is. Learning and being in the industry and being around people and being around, creative directors, art directors, all these different types of things, you learn how you attack a design, when you get a brief, when you get a client, and how you know, can make somebody, feel and evoke the emotion that you're supposed to be evoking. And I find that very interesting, and I love playing with that type of stuff. And it's very much something that I feel like we can bring to this channel and kind of have talks about it. And I'd love to do featured artists and featured designers and, let them kind of take my channel over and for a video and say, like, this is what they want to do. Obviously, reciprocating in the same way as, letting them be here. I'd love to be part of other things and collaborations with them. But the last thing I think I really wanted to address is this podcast thing. I want to bring something to this channel to where I can interact with multiple people about multiple things. Yes, by trade, by profession, I am a graphic designer, but I'm interested in many other things. I love everything you possibly can think about music and talking about those types of things. But I love to deep dive with other designers and see where a lot of their stuff comes from, and a lot of their style and their work and their psychology behind a lot of things come from as well. So I feel like having those types of things would be really interesting, and I think would be a great, thing to listen to and kind of highlight on this channel. But it's going to take a little bit of time. I have everything formulated. I have things, set and ready to go. It's just going to take a little bit of time, and I'm not asking you to say, like, oh, wait a couple months. I'm saying within the next couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, we will have active uploads and things. Not we, but I will have active uploads and things and plans ready to go, and updating you guys constantly on them. I know in the past I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming back, and then I never actually did. Again, its actions speak louder than words. This is something that I truly want to do, and this is something that it's all about finding the best way to do it. And I think that I have, a good enough and a good amount of knowledge to where I can make this all happen. I just need the logistics and that type of stuff to all come through now. Lastly, before I kind of sign off and give you guys the mark of go on and do your thing, is I will be creating I've heard a little bit about this Discord thing, and I started a Discord server. This is, it'll the link to it will be in the description. I want this to be an area where everybody can kind of talk, everybody kind of, and feel like they're welcome. I don't want you guys to think that, like, oh, these guys are, out of the territory to be talking to, and like totally, questions, and bring, you know, bring the community kind of together. And it's not just like I'm saying join it because it's cool. I'm saying, if you guys really want to, be part of this and join and hang out and learn more, this is definitely kind of where it's going to start before you guys see it go up on the channel. Again, couple weeks at the max, everything will be set. I don't know how I'm going to be rebranding the channel. I don't know if we're going to be going with rated. It might be changing to just my personal persona. Um, haven't really made that decision, but also, um, we'll attack that when it comes. So anybody who has tutorial ideas, questions, things like that, definitely leave comments of them. I'm totally open to anything you guys want. And even in the Discord, if you guys have ideas, questions, anything, uh, ask them. I'll respond as fast as I can. Obviously I work all day. Sometimes they'll be a little delayed, but yeah. So this is pretty cool. I hope that everybody can get involved and get people around us and rally and do some stuff that we can do and make special. So thanks again for you guys watching, and to the future.